Most people only see the surface, the bright lights, the convenient services. But just beneath this digital skin, there is another world, a hidden, chaotic parallel dimension, a place where algorithms are currency, and anonymity is the only king. For a brief moment, one name ruled this digital underworld with absolute authority. And then, the curtain fell. This is the dark web. It's not a physical place, but a section of the internet that standard search engines can't find. It's accessible only through specialized software designed to cloak your location and identity. And in the mid-2010s, it became the perfect breeding ground for a new kind of bazaar, the anonymous marketplace. The template was set by predecessors like the Silk Road, but where others were chaotic and short-lived, a new market emerged with a surprising level of professionalism. It was called AlphaBay, and almost overnight, it became the largest, most successful, and most formidable of them all. A global supermarket for things that simply shouldn't be for sale. But every digital kingdom has a king. Law enforcement around the world were desperate to find him. But who was he? Their investigation eventually led them away from the traditional hacker hotspots into a quiet, upper-middle-class suburb in Canada, and then to a luxury compound in Thailand. This was Alexandre Cazes. To his friends and family, he was a talented computer programmer with an entrepreneur's ambition. He ran a legitimate tech company, but his alleged secret identity was far more ambitious. He was Oxy Rebo, the founder of AlphaBay. From his base, he allegedly built a system of unprecedented scale. He wasn't just a market owner, he was a master developer. He created a platform with escrow systems, user rating mechanisms, and an architecture that seemed to stay one step ahead of the largest police forces on Earth. For years, he operated with near impunity, creating a personal fortune that was, literally, beyond the reach of the law. AlphaBay was a force of nature. In just a few years, it became tens of times larger than its predecessors. It was a true dark commerce monster. This wasn't a niche operation. It was a global logistical hub. You could buy everything from raw chemicals to high-grade hacking tools to stolen credit card profiles. Vendors had professional customer service, and buyers had peace of mind through a sophisticated internal review system. The fuel powering this massive machine was cryptocurrency, mostly Bitcoin and Monero, leaving only a trail that, at first glance, was nearly impossible to follow. For every transaction, AlphaBay took a fee. Alexandre Cazes was allegedly amassing a personal net worth of tens of millions of dollars, all while maintaining a quiet life, his true source of income completely hidden. He had created the perfect system, or so he thought. It was the size of the monster that finally drew enough attention. No single nation could do this alone. And so, a massive, unprecedented coalition was formed. Their goal, not just to take down AlphaBay, but to unmask the man behind it. The largest investigation in dark web history was codenamed Operation Bayonet. Law enforcement agencies started to change their tactics. They used cutting-edge blockchain analysis to follow the flow of funds. They analyzed the very foundation of the dark web, the server infrastructure. They started looking for small slips, a single unencrypted server connection, a tiny piece of reused code, a lazy password, and they found them. It said that Cazes used the same pseudonym, Oxy Rebo, that he had used for a personal website years before he created AlphaBay. A single digital fingerprint, a mistake made in his youth, and it became the thread that would unravel everything. The investigators now had a face and a name, and they knew exactly where he was. He, whispering intensely, the 5th of July, 2017, Bangkok, Thailand. Alexandre Cazes is driving his luxury SUV, a Lamborghini Aventador, unaware that months of work were about to culminate in this very moment. He pulls up to his high-security compound. The car stops. It was over in seconds. The king of the dark web was in custody. This wasn't just an arrest. It was a decapitation. The operator had been taken off the board, and the entire AlphaBay system was now headless. Simultaneously, servers in multiple countries were seized. The market itself was instantly and permanently shut down. The fall of AlphaBay sent a shockwave. Buyers and vendors fled. Some marketplaces tried to fill the void, but the sense of invincibility was gone. Even more devastating, a smaller marketplace, Hansa, was also quietly seized before AlphaBay went down. Law enforcement had been running Hansa as a sting operation for weeks, waiting for AlphaBay users to migrate so they could identify thousands of them. The entire ecosystem had been destabilized, and its illusion of absolute security was forever shattered. But the story didn't end there. For Alexandre Cazes, the fall of his empire was a final tragic chapter. He would never see the inside of a US courtroom. The rise of AlphaBay showed us the limitless power of digital anonymity, but its fall is a far more powerful lesson. A reminder that even in the deepest, most well-hidden corners of the internet, a single digital fingerprint, a single human mistake, is all it takes to shatter the grandest illusion. In a world of infinite data, perhaps the only truly anonymous thing is the light that goes out when the machine is shut off.